Yes, this is your favorite show, Sports Unfolded, with your favorite hosts, Eric and Ron.
Hey, sports fans! It's back, the best sports podcast on the planet, Sports Unfolded, where we cover all of the top sports stories that have happened this week. I am your host, Eric. Main man right over there, Ron. How are you tonight?
I am just ready to go. I'm on fire.
You are on fire. You're burning up, my friend. Burning
I'm
up.
burning up.
Burning up. Manny, thanks for joining. So
Who's waiting for us?
We would love for all of you to join us live tonight. Join the chat. We've got a lot to talk about. A lot has happened in the sports world. Super excited about it. But before we get into all that, Ron, let's thank those that continue to help us grow. Let's start off with our good friends there in Providence, Rhode Island.
Certainly, Eric. Tonight's show is brought to you by Sprout Co-working. For all your co-working needs, large or small, visit sproutcoworking.com.
We also want to thank those in the Dallas, Georgia area, 99.1 WDJY FM. Thank you for the support, putting us on every Saturday at 1 p.m. And our good friends here in Southeast Connecticut, S6E8 Public Access Channel 12. Thank you for putting us on every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. We appreciate the support. Again, if you're joining us live, we want to talk tonight, so make sure you join us there as well. Ron, you ready to have some fun?
Am I? I cannot wait for this.
This may be the show of all shows. So season 6, episode 9. What you talking about, Willis? We are going to have some fun tonight, so please stay tuned for that. And with that, Ron, we're going to start off with our leadoff story. Both USA men's and women's hockey teams won the gold. What does this mean for the sport in the country?
So long ago,
right? Doesn't it? So the sport of hockey, obviously not as big in the United States as it is in other parts of the world. So with them both winning gold, do you think this increases the interest in the sport going forward?
Well, yes, there's always an influx with when you have an Olympic champion. Back in 1980, when they won, it sent it sent interest throughout the country, and back then there wasn't really a lot of very good American players, right?
Yeah.
There was very few and far between. Since then, it has spurned, a lot of great players that have come through the systems since then. And I don't see this, being anything but that and creating more of a buzz. And now with pro women's leagues, in the limelight now, I think it's going to be just massive for both men and women. So we're gonna reap the benefits, especially with the women, because the women have been good.
Yeah.
So there is a lot more interest in women's hockey than ever. And you saw, the stadium when the women won that gold medal, you've seen a lot of the fans were young, like 9 to 14-year-old girls that were watching the game. And that's going to do wonders for the sport.
Yeah, I will say this. I think is a few different factors here that will make a difference. First and foremost, the first time they both won gold in the Olympics.
Right.
Men haven't won since 1946. right? Oh, 1946. I'm 46 years ago, 1980. So when you look at the gap in between, right, it brought some excitement. But the fact that NHL players who haven't been in the Olympics since 2014, you started to look at some of these guys and root for these guys, and Connor Hellebuck in what he was able to do in that gold medal game.
He was amazing.
Right. Wow. And you're hearing about, these great women and Hillary Knight and what she was able to accomplish as a U.S. Olympic skater. Right. So I think it brought so much excitement there that it helped the NHL. Like, this was a great move by the NHL to allow them to come back and play in the Olympics, because it honestly made us, or forced us, to watch some of this. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh, wait, we like these guys. Like, there's some things about them that we like.
It was some great hockey.
Right? And it was exciting games. And on top of it, Ron, I think the biggest factor, you beat probably the best team in the sport of hockey. Like, if they had beaten, Czechoslovakia or somebody like that, it may not have felt, but I'm just throwing a name out there, right?
It just sounded like Bill Murray.
Right? But would it have felt as big as it did with Canada? Like, understanding
just Czechoslovakia, just cross the border and in and out.
If you think about 9 gold medals for the Canadian men's team in Olympic, right? They were going for 10. They were trying to, dominate that sport. Even in the women's side, gold medals, 5 for Canada.
Yeah.
So again, they've been very dominant in this sport. You beat the best team in the world with their game. Like, that's their game. That's like somebody coming over and beating an NFL team, right? With, who knows? Last time it was the 80s. Social media wasn't even a thought. Yeah, it was not a thought. And the Miracle on Ice was probably one of the best things that ever happened in sports.
Oh my God, that was
since awesome. They won that year. They probably like, think about it, Manny. You're right. If they had social media back then, that Miracle on Ice, do you believe in miracles, would have been everywhere.
I know.
So I think this helps with the social media, the way that we can broadcast these games now, and you're doing some funky things. So the men have won gold 3 times, Ron: 1960, 1980, and 2026. The women, 1998, 2018, 2026. Canada, 9 goals, Russia, 7 goals, USA, 3 goals. That's your top 3. There've only been 2 countries that have won gold in the women's. That's Canada, who has 5, and the United States, who has 3. No other country has won gold with the women's side. So this is big for the women, probably more than the men, because the women now have an opportunity to probably take over this sport if they're able to continue to drive. I mean, you're talking 2 gold medals. If they can get to 5, and they stay tied with Canada, all of a sudden USA women's hockey kind of gets pushed to the forefront as one of the more dominant teams in the world.
Yeah, and wow, what their tournament was like. They were dominant until they went into that Canada game, and they just came fresh from beating Canada 5-0. Previous in the
preliminary round,
the round robin kind of thing there. But Canada took it to United States in both games, and they could not solve the goaltending. The goaltending was huge. And, look, do I think Canada was a better women's team? No, I don't. But they played like they were champions, and they played well, and that made it a great game.
Great experience.
But Canada completely dominated the United States on the men's side. And if not for Connor Hellebuck,
that should have been a loss, 100%.
Like, I wouldn't have been surprised if he gave up 10 goals that game.
Yeah, I think I texted you at some point. I was just like, they're playing horrible. Like, they just didn't look right. They couldn't get the puck out of the zone, right? The shots on goal were ridiculous.
Yeah.
And it was just like, one goal.
46 saves in that game?
Yeah.
I mean, he was a star.
when Boldy came out and scored that first goal, I'm like, oh, they're gonna just cruise through this, and then all of a sudden they couldn't do anything. So
yeah, I know.
All right, so Ron, this is going to be a theme tonight, but crazy stat. There've only been three Olympians that have won 4 gold medals in hockey, and they're all Canadian women. Believe it or not, Haley Wickenheiser, Jana Hefford, and Caroline Ouellette, the only ones that have won gold.
Ouellette.
That's crazy, bro. So you gotta look
you
at
got Kenny over the house there, in the studio.
The fact that they've dominated this sport. The first man was, I think, 3 gold medals. So no men's Olympian has ever won 4 gold medals in hockey. The Canadian women dominated for so many years.
Yeah,
and now it's USA Hockey. It's brought the sport to the forefront. So I was going to ask you this question, Ron. World Baseball Classic. Does it not? It doesn't feel like it has the same flavor.
Wait, when is that?
It's coming up.
Is it coming up? Like, is it
I think
before the season starts?
March, yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't even know.
So, but when you had the 4 nations, the Olympic hockey, I don't feel like the World Baseball Classic has that same type of. Is it because it's so much more wide open? Like you have those Venezuela, Puerto Rico teams, besides USA, right? Japan. Like there's too many.
Because there are several countries that are better than United States. I mean, it's just simple as that. They're just better.
So do you think USA has to try to win this tournament for
they
baseball?
should try. They should try because they're getting embarrassed in our own sport.
Literally,
this is like Canada losing every year.
Yeah, Manny just said, I only watched the Olympics for hockey. It's pretty much the only thing I did watch. And I woke up at 8 o'clock in the morning
I watched everything.
to watch that gold medal game. So, but all right.
Yeah, it's embarrassing to see our baseball team stinks.
Right. So I don't know. I get why they do it, but it doesn't seem like it has that same intensity like the hockey does.
That's
hockey to me,
they don't care.
But I also think
baseball players just don't care.
Can I say this? And it's probably going to sound wrong, but hockey's predominantly a rich sport, right? The kids, it's very expensive to play hockey.
It is. And
it's not everywhere. It's not everywhere. You know what I mean? You can't just go down the road and play hockey in your park, your local park, Well,
yeah, you can.
You could, but but whereas baseball's just so, you can play it anywhere. You could basically play it in your backyard. You could play it anywhere. And I think what happens is hockey, these players in these countries get so intense on it because it's so small versus baseball. And I think that makes a big difference because there's more pride in it. There's more pride in hockey.
Fair. It's a cold sport.
That too, right? And a lot of people don't like.
So, if you're sitting on the equator somewhere, you're probably not playing hockey.
Probably not. I mean, you could. I mean, they just played in Tampa.
Yes.
Outside.
Yes.
So, again, anything's possible.
I guess.
Right? I mean, I don't know. I just feel
with
like
hockey, look, if you buy a glove in baseball, that's all you really need. And as long as one person has a ball,
right? Like
you can play. Even if you don't have a glove, you can still play.
Back when I was younger, we were playing like street hockey. We got all into it for a while, a couple of us.
Yep.
But the thing is, you still need like the goalie equipment, right? And that's kind of
the problem with it.
Everybody had to have a hockey stick, right?
Yeah. And so let's face it. Back in my day, when I was a kid, you could buy a stick for $8. A good stick, a good hockey stick.
Yeah, good luck now. $8.
You can't even buy the tape to wrap up your stick for $8.
And that's where I say I think it's because it's so much pride. Like if you've gotten to this level, thinking about, right? It's not like everybody's playing it. So I think hockey just has
Everybody
more pride.
should, because let me tell you, there's nothing like playing hockey. There isn't anything like it.
It is
You
a great
know,
sport. It really is. People don't give it enough
football,
credit.
you're in a huddle, 2/3 of the game.
Well, for example,
it's true.
Dominicans are good at baseball because they take pride. Yeah, and
That's what I was saying. United States players don't
Yeah.
care. They're just in it for the money.
yeah, it's well, we'll see. I mean, let's see if this changes some of the mentality.
This is why
in
you
this sport.
see like Japan doing so well, Taiwan. Why? Because they're more disciplined. They want to play to win, the game. It's
Mhm.
not about the money for
Yeah.
for
In
a
the
lot
baseball.
of players. Same
Yeah.
thing with Dominican and Venezuela and all. They're playing
Yeah.
it because of the pride.
Yeah, like they really feel that country pride.
Right.
And this may have brought some of that to the hockey forefront. Great discussion, Ron. But we're going to talk some NFL now.
Yes.
And Kyler Murray, who's looks like he's on the move. Do you think he could succeed with another franchise?
Well, it can't get worse. Well, it could get worse.
Good.
He could end up in like Cleveland.
Can I say this? Sam Darnold has really changed the mentality when it comes to these quarterbacks, because if he can do it, you start to feel like many of these quarterbacks could.
Right.
And so I think the right coaching, the right people around him, maybe he can make a difference. Listen, I when I looked at his numbers, around 67.1% completion percentage, that's pretty damn good. He's thrown for over 20,000 yards, 121 touchdowns, 60 interceptions. We always say, what's that gap look like, right? When we talk about
he's
good
never had a
quarterbacks.
great receiver. Oh, wait. Yeah, he had Fitzgerald.
He had one. He's
this
also
is the point I'm making. It's I just don't think he's clutch enough.
He also has the ability to run 3,100, almost 3,200 yards on the ground and 32 touchdowns. I mean, speaking of baseball, I think maybe he should have stayed playing baseball instead. He did play baseball. Yes, Manny, that's a great point. Listen,
probably would have been better.
I don't know though. Durability is a question. In his 7 seasons, he's missed 32 games. That's basically almost 2 full seasons.
Yeah.
That's where you start to question, can he stay healthy? Look, he won Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2019, and he's a 2-time Pro Bowler. So he has the ability to be good. He needs to be on the field.
What that Pro Bowl means.
He needs to be on the field, though. Yeah, somebody else
was in the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, somebody else didn't get it. I get it. I'm just saying. He was in the running. He was in there. He was in the mix.
Yeah, he was in the running already.
All right. So I also wanted to say, listen, his 2 coaches, Cliff Kingsbury, 28-37-1, and then Jonathan Gannon, who they just fired, 15-36. He didn't have great coaching. And I think he needs a solid coach. He needs an offensive system that's going to cater to what he does best. But he has to stay on the field.
I don't know. He is what he is. At this point, he is what he is. At least with Sam Darnold, he was in New York. It didn't work out for him there, but that franchise.
Give me a quarterback that's worked out in Arizona. Give me a quarterback that's worked out in Arizona.
None. And again, look at the franchise we're talking about.
One. Kurt Warner brought him to the Super Bowl. So it might be the franchise, Ron.
That's what I'm saying. But
I don't think it's Kyler Murray.
Point, he is what he is. Yes, he can run.
But we also thought Sam Darnold was who he was. And Sam Darnold has proven that with the right coaching and the right team around him, he can.
Yeah, but I don't buy it with Murray. I think he's too small for one.
Okay. I mean, size could
with
be a
the
factor.
size of linemen and and linebackers, I don't see it. He can't get a good read on the field if you can't see the field.
Okay.
And I generally didn't think of height as a big disadvantage until recently. When you're looking at quarterbacks and you're talking about quarterbacks that are like 6'4", and they still look small.
No,
It's like, he doesn't. He can't see anything. Everybody's in the way. He has no idea where anybody is, so he's just lofting it up there, and eventually it bites him in the behind, and usually it does.
Manny says short kings can be great because he's short, and you're pretty great, Manny. You're pretty great.
Yeah, but see, there's a difference between football and football.
Good call.
You don't need to be tall in football.
Yeah.
Because the field is just so big.
Everybody looks small. Everybody looks small on a soccer field. All right, Ron. So we figured let's have a little fun. Here's the odds. So you can either yay or boo these particular teams, and we'll see where you're at the end of it. So the number one odds.
My hot chocolate plus right now. That's
number one odds. You ready? Number one odds. Las Vegas Raiders.
I can see it happening because they had Gino in there.
All right, so that's a yeah.
But it ain't going to solve anything.
All right. How about this team? Why would he want to go here? But then second best odds, New York Jets.
I don't think he's going to end up there. No.
That's the Jets fans. All right, New Orleans Saints.
No. Don't they got a guy?
I think so. Rookie kid. All right.
What was his name?
Something with an S. Shugs.
Like Ruff or
Shugs. Raiders of Taker Mendoza.
Show. I think it's Show. A Shog.
I thought it was Shug. Cleveland Browns.
No.
You know, there's a debate on if Deshaun Watson might start again for them.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. They should just cut him
to the Dolphins. Okay, which is the next team, Manny? Great call. The Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Right? A lot of talk too. It might get cut. Dude, cap hit those crazy $90 million.
Yeah.
That's insane. Pittsburgh Steelers. Round it out.
No, I don't see it.
No Aaron Rodgers. Maybe Kyler
Murray. I don't think Rodgers will be there, and I don't think Kyler Murray will be there.
Ooh, all right. Great conversation, but Ron, it's crazy stat time. And Kyler Murray's former teammate, wide receiver Larry Fitzgerald.
Yes.
Finished with more career tackles, 41, than drops, 29. He had 29 drops in his career. He had 41 tackles as a wide receiver. He had more tackles as a wide receiver than he had drops in his career.
Wow, that is one of the best stats I've ever heard. Ever.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. That's not loud enough because I can barely hear.
I know. I keep trying to do all this different stuff.
Look, I mean, first of all, to be on the field to get 41 tackles as a receiver is insane. Think
about how many interceptions. Right? How many interceptions did your quarterback throw?
He must really suck. Right? So he got 41 tackles. He had less than 41 drops in his
29
career.
In his career.
That is
29.
Wow, he was such a great receiver too. I loved Larry Fitzgerald, one of my favorite players in that era.
And now an NFL Hall of Famer.
Yes, he is, and deservedly so.
Could be a Sports Unfolded Hall of Famer at some point.
Could be.
So
I would hope so.
All right, here we go, my friend. It is starting 5 time.
5, 4, 3, 2.
I love this.
Our starting 5 tonight is NFL free agents that are available for 2026. With that, though, we want to announce that George Pickens has signed the franchise tag today with the Dallas Cowboys. If they cannot reach a deal, he has the option of playing on a 1-year deal at about $28 million or he can hold out. And you think about how Micah Parsons' situation turned out and probably end up somewhere else. So George Pickens off the list of the top 5 available free agents.
I gotta
with that,
adjust my
Ron,
list now.
you have to change your list.
I know. I gotta slide somebody else up.
Yes, sir. Yes, he did.
God forbid if I only have 9 players.
Manny's a Cowboys fan.
All
right, so I am first this week, correct? So I will start you off with my 2 honorable mentions. And my honorable mentions are Jalen Phillips. The Miami Dolphins got traded for him. Defensive end. Listen, you always need a pass rusher. I would go defensive pass rushes are so important to what you want to do. You need to disrupt quarterbacks. And my other honorable mention, and this is a leap for me because I don't know. He's definitely on the back end of his career, but Mike Evans to me on a team that's like a piece or 2 away, I could see Mike Evans being one of the most important free agents that are available. So those are my 2 honorable mentions.
Yeah, well, see, George Pickens was my bubble guy.
Okay.
He was my number 6. So he's gone. So everybody gets slotted up, and that brings in Mike Evans to be on my honorable mention list.
All right. Mike Evans.
I also have Jalen Phillips, who is now the bubble guy. So he is the guy that is, waiting for one of those first 5 to fail, and he gets to jump in. But I also have, and you probably have this guy on your list, Breece Hall. Fantastic running back, but I don't think he's the best running back.
Okay.
And I also have Alec Pierce.
Okay.
As a receiver, I mean, his numbers are pretty impressive, averaging like 21 yards per catch.
21.3. Yes,
absolutely insane.
Mm-hmm.
And imagine if he has a good quarterback. Imagine.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I could see 2 teams in the AFC East looking for him.
At least one, Buffalo.
Well, yeah, that's who I'm leaning towards. But
Alex Pierce is a sleeper. Agreed. I think I have him a little higher on my list. So, are you ready for our starting 5? Was that all your?
I had one more guy.
Okay.
I have one more guy.
Go ahead.
And that is this. Whoops! If I can get this to work right, if I gotta close that off, this guy right here.
What
you talking about, Willis?
What you talking about, Willis? I just feel like there is.
Look, I know he's done nothing.
Jake, thanks for joining.
I know he's done nothing.
I can't.
But and I don't think he's gonna be great by no means. But I think he's going to get a lot of teams interested in him, mostly because most of the quarterbacks kind of suck.
Exactly, but is he a franchise changer?
No, but they're going to hope that he is, and he's very highly rated amongst all of the free agents.
I'd rather have short things if I'm going to sign
absolutely,
up, especially a quarterback. But so I have no quarterbacks on my starting 5.
I don't either.
Okay.
I have him as an honorable mention,
okay,
truly because everybody's going to be looking for him.
In this question,
and they're going to overpay 100%. Dearly, and they're not going to get the results.
Agreed. I like Willis better than Love. Just my, I don't agree with that, Manny. Listen. Jordan Love's a good quarterback. I don't think he's great. He's good. We don't even know what Malik Willis is. Is that cranberry juice you're drinking? No, it's like a pomegranate blueberry.
Oh, ooh, that sounds good.
Oh, it's very good.
Wait, what kind is it?
It's one of the Mio. You just put the flavor in. You get the little squirt bottles.
Oh, okay.
It's really good.
Okay.
I'll send you the link.
Awesome.
All right, so let's get this starting 5 going. At number 5 for me,
I definitely don't have that.
At number 5. The man made a name for himself in the Super Bowl, Kenneth Walker III. Listen, 1,027 yards rushing on the season, a Super Bowl MVP. There is going to be a team that is going to try to mold what the Seahawks did with a solid defense, a great running game, and you just make sure your quarterback doesn't lose a game for you, Kenneth Walker can be that running back for you. So I have Kenneth Walker the third at number 5 for me.
Yes, Jake, I did.
Oh, see that?
Look at that.
Yeah, he's nice and clean cut. You're number
Thank you for
5,
noticing,
Ron.
Jake.
You're number 5.
My number 5, I got a feeling we're going to have similar lists. I don't know if you're going to have this guy on your list, but you should have this guy on your list. David Njoku, tight end. Look, he's doing what he's doing in Cleveland. Imagine him going to a team that can actually make completions.
So I had a problem though with the tight end position because you also have Isaiah Likely from Baltimore and you got Kyle Pitts from Atlanta that are free agents.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them.
I think those guys might be better than Njoku.
I don't think so. I don't think that's going to happen. Look, the more I thought about Pitts, the more I thought that he doesn't do a very good job of the whole tight end position.
No. Offensive weapon, yes. Blocker, no.
No.
He is not a blocking
And
tight
he
end.
also has problems holding on to the ball.
Staying healthy, another one.
Staying healthy. And I looked at that tight end list, and it's immaculate, right? There's Dallas Goedert, Tyler Higbee, Zach Ertz, and Noah Fant, all of who I like, along with the ones that you've mentioned. But I just look at the team that this guy played on last year, and he was so effective.
Great. I could see it.
If he goes to a good team with good coaching, wow, he's going to be a standout.
Love it. All right, at number 4 for me, I had Alec Pierce. I think you want a deep threat. You want a guy that can extend that field, take the roof off, the stadium. 47 receptions. Doesn't sound like a lot, but he did have some injuries last year. 1,003 yards, 21.3 yards per reception, which is pretty damn good.
Crazy.
If you could get a wide receiver to get you 20 yards a pop.
How do I look older?
Right? 6 touchdowns. So I went Alec Pierce at number 4 for me. And Njoku's built like a line. The guy is jacked, Manny. I agree with you there. I agree with you. You look older now, Ron. I mean,
I don't look older. I look like 20 years younger when
I wouldn't go that far. 20. 20?
Of course.
Come on.
I don't look a day over 29.
Yeah, and a half. 29 and a half. Come on.
Okay, 29 and a half.
All right. What do you got at number 4?
Number 4, I have Kenneth Walker III.
Okay.
What that Super Bowl did for me is look at this guy and say, wow, that's impressive. Because sometimes he looks like he's in slow motion as he's got so much patience waiting for the line to do its job and then runs through the open holes like I've never seen, probably since Barry Sanders.
No, Pittsburgh. No. Who's the dude from Pittsburgh? With the killer bees there. Was Ben. Who was the running back there? Oh my goodness.
And, the bus.
He was driving. No.
He was driving a bus?
No. He was. He also boxed.
I don't know. I can't think of who their running back was, but I know there was.
Le'Veon Bell.
Oh yeah.
Very similar. Like they just wait. Like they pause. It was like almost like if you're playing a video game. You hit pause, and then all of a sudden it's like, I hit pause by mistake, and then they would break and see the hole. That's what he did. He did in the Super Bowl. So I agree with you. Fourth's a good spot for him too.
Crazy. Yeah,
all right.
He's special. He's special.
Maybe 67. Eric would get it. Oh boy, be nice. All right. At number 3 for me, I have Trey Hendrickson of the Bengals. Trey Hendrickson of the Bengals. I want a pass rusher. The Seattle Seahawks proved that if you can disrupt quarterbacks.
Stole my bit.
Right? In 9 seasons, this guy has 81 sacks, 15 forced fumbles. He's been a 4-time Pro Bowler and a 1-time All-Pro. I think, yes, he's 32, so he's a little older, but you're talking about consistency.
Not 32 yet. He's 31.7, I believe.
Yeah. But by the time the season starts, right? But again, I want consistency. I want a guy that I know week in, week out can bring it. This guy we know week in, week out. I like Jalen Phillips. But again, there's been some ups and downs with him versus Hendrickson, who's been consistent throughout his career. He's just been on a very bad defense and a very bad team. So that's why I have him third.
Yeah, I have at number 3, Caden Ellis. Look, everybody wants a great linebacker on their team. And this guy, he's probably the best pass rushing linebacker out there. I mean, what this guy can do, being as athletic and basically he blows up plays probably better than any linebacker out there. You can move him around and then you can really get him to the side that you need him on. And who doesn't, like, with this day and age in passing, you've got to get in there on the pass rush, and he's about as good as you're going to get.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I like it. That's a good one. At number 2 for me, I had Breece Hall. And I know you said you had him on your bubble, but I will say this. Teams keyed on him because the Jets couldn't do anything offensively. So I felt like his numbers got a little deflated. He still rushed for over 1,000 yards. Yeah. And he also had over 350 yards receiving.
That's all right. When you're talking upside, Eric, you're absolutely right.
He's still
got
young,
that upside.
Right? No health concerns.
That's the way you feel about like Alec Pierce and and some of those other guys that are on this list with that youth, and all it takes is one solid season and it's going to become habit forming.
I will say this. This might be my craziest take ever. And I'm sure you're going to put this on TikTok somewhere at some point. I see Breece Hall as Marshall Faulk on the right team. He could put up Marshall Faulk numbers, 2,000 plus scrimmage yards. If you get him on an offense that is honestly able to utilize him and they're not the only key. You put a solid wide receiver on the outside. Let's just say, JSN from Seattle, and you had Breece Hall in the backfield. You either key the wide receiver, you key the running back, which means one of them is going to get yards. I think you need to get him on a team that has another offensive weapon so they can't key him. And I think this guy goes for 2,000 plus scrimmage yards. I think he's that good.
He can. Like he is that good. I mean, I chose Kenneth Walker as my favorite of the running backs. But it was a small margin. And that small margin made Breece Hall an honorable mention rather than on the list. But if Breece Hall is in Seattle, they still win the Super Bowl.
100%.
And it might be an easier road the whole way through.
Put it this way, Manny. It might be the coaching. He wasn't the same this year. I agree. I will say that. Put him on the Rams. Yeah. You got Puka Nacua. You got Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
And now you got a guy like Breece Hall in the backfield.
That would be...
There's no way you stop that.
That's actually a good place for him to go. I actually like that.
I don't know if I see Walker's a better runner, Manny. But I would say that you're talking receiving. You can split him out wide. You're not doing that with Walker.
No,
Walker's your down the hill.
Walker has better vision.
Agreed. I loved what he did in the Super Bowl, even though it was against the Patriots. I loved what he did because there were points in times where I was like,
you
wow,
gotta appreciate
I didn't even know he was that good. Like I didn't. Did the whole work. At the end of the game, they gave it to Chaminade to score a touchdown. I'm not saying Walker's bad. I'm just saying I think Breece Hall gives you more value, but that's my opinion. Ron, who do you have at number 2?
Number 2, Jamel Dean.
Wow,
I dug deep, man. I just think as a cornerback, you need, with the passing game the way it is, you need somebody that could be a shutdown corner. And he has proven that he can be that. I think he can keep up with every receiver out there, and positionally gonna be in the right spot to make the play. And that's what I need on my team. And that's
No,
why
you
I went
definitely need
number
a
two.
shutdown quarter.
There are two
No.
things you need, and one of them is a good cornerback.
Mhm.
And of course, Caden Ellis, you need a good linebacker to control, the middle of that
Yeah.
field, especially.
Yeah. All
So
right. I love it. I love it. Great. Great job. All right. My number one's going to blow your mind.
I don't think it is.
Ron, pause. I go deep, man. Manny, it's a family show, bro. All right. At number one for me, the biggest struggle the New England Patriots had in the Super Bowl was controlling the defensive line. So why would I not, the best offensive lineman that's available in free agency, Tyler Linderbaum of the Ravens. This guy, Ron, 66 starts. He's played in 66 games. So he started every game since he's been in the league. He's only been in the league 4 years. 99% of the snaps last year he took. So he's solid. He stays healthy. And only 3 penalties the entire season. And he's a 3-time Pro Bowler. Listen, this is the guy that you build your line around. Your quarterback stays protected. You need your quarterback upright. This is by far the number one free agent that has to get signed by a team if they want to be contenders.
And he's also on the top of my list.
Hey!
Yeah. Yeah, I was tossing around Trey Hendrickson. He was the guy that I was thinking of. And then I'm like, well, he's almost 32.
I don't think so, James.
He didn't have a great season last year. And to me, that is a person that lacks desire. So I chose to leave him off completely.
Yeah.
Because of his situation, he didn't like his situation, so he didn't play as well. And to me, I don't want that guy. I want a guy that's going to go out there and say, all right, you guys want to talk about trading me? Fine, trade me. But I'm going to blow up everybody else's offensive line.
James, thanks for joining.
And that bothered me. So I went because of what Seattle did, both offensively and defensively, what they did in the Super Bowl to completely take the Patriots out of the game. And that was with their defensive pass rush, the run stuffing, just making plays in the secondary. But that line shut down our top guy.
Mm-hmm.
That was getting all these raves, throughout the playoffs, and he didn't get in. He didn't get in.
Yeah, Milton Williams struggled. Barmore struggled. You need guys up front. James, the only reason why I say New England doesn't sign him is just the amount of money he's gonna command. It's just gonna be too much. I think
there are options for the Patriots, though, Eric. I would love to see them particularly get Rashid Walker, left tackle. I mean, he's not the greatest, but he's going to be in the top 10 somewhere.
Yeah, and I think you do have to move.
And then you slide Will Campbell into a guard
position. You need to do this. Plus D-Law teed off on you guys. Yeah, listen, you need offense. We know we need offensive line. I'm sure that's something they're focused on. Manny, I mean, Aubrey, listen, he's a phenomenal kicker, but I don't know how much, if you're counting on a kicker to be one of your best players on a team, you're pretty much asking for trouble. And I'm not saying he's not a good kicker, because he is. I just can't see him being on a list that, if I was looking at guys that are going to make the biggest impact every single week, I don't see a kicker doing that. There might be games. There might be a game or two where you're like, wow, this guy really bailed us out, made a big kick, or,
Right.
But I don't think I could put him on a top 5 free agent list.
This free agent period is going to be insane.
Crazy.
I'm looking at like some of these players, and we have one in New England, Chazon. I hope they keep him.
Command some money. They still got to rework Gonzalez deal. Yeah, there's a lot going to happen. when
Yeah,
it comes to
there's a
well.
bunch of great ones out there. There's plenty.
I was a little surprised with the Pickens signing as well. Listen, Dallas needs defense more than anything else. Not a great move getting rid of Parsons when it comes to defensive pass rush and defense. And
they could change their team, right away in free agency. But the problem is they're not going to have a whole lot of money to spend.
Yeah, there's going to be some reworking of deals, and Dak's going to have to be one of those guys. So we'll see. All right, Ron, let's talk some NBA. NBA, great discussion though, man. That was a good one.
That was a good one. That was hard too, by the way.
Yeah, James Harden, has a right injured thumb. Does this derail the Cavs' chances this season? So they currently in the 4th spot in the East, 7.5 back of the Pistons. Celtics and Knicks are 2nd and 3rd on that list in the Eastern Conference as well.
Well, they've already slipped a little, right? They were 3rd. They were tied in 3rd with the Knicks, and now they're not. So yeah, it's going to be tough. I think Cleveland is just right now decimated with injuries.
Yeah,
because if I'm not mistaken, Mitchell and Evan Mobley are also injured.
I know Mobley is. I don't think Mitchell is right now. And they're saying
he sat out. All 3 of them sat out their last game.
Yeah, and Harden said he's not going to get surgery, so he should be back. They're saying average on this injury 6 to 7 games. So
what
he'll
hand
be back.
Is
his right. It's not a shooting hand. His lefty. He's a lefty. Listen, 32 minutes per game with the Cavs. He's averaging 18.9 points, 4.6 rebounds, and 8 assists. He's shooting almost 50% from the field and almost over 49% from 3. So he's been a big factor of what they're able to do. 6'7". He got it again. 6'7". Hey. So it's going to be an interesting thing to see if the Cavaliers are able to just withstand some of these injuries to not fall further down the list. I think that's where you'd rather stay in that 4th spot. You get the home court in the first round. We know the Harden curse of the playoffs. I mean, the easier you can make it to try to advance, I think you have to. So this injury could hurt him.
Somebody's got to tell the Cavs that just because he's hurt, it doesn't mean they can't fail in the playoffs.
That's it. No excuse. No excuse. Excuse baked in already. Baked in. All right. So we'll see how this Harden injury affects the Cavs. I mean, if they fall, could we use this as the excuse? To your point, I think they still have enough talent to win. So,
I mean, they should have been number 1 this year. Everything fell into place for them to be the number 1 team, and here they are, floundering in the middle of the pack.
It's a little weird because last season they were the best team in the league, and it's like they didn't change much. So, all right, you ready for your crazy stat?
Oh, here we go. Crazy stat.
Crazy stat. You might not know this player, Ron, and I don't expect you to, but Jamison Curry had the shortest NBA career in the history of the game. How short, you ask? He played for the Clippers for a total of 3.9 seconds in 2010. He basically checked in and checked out, and that was his entire NBA career. 3.9 seconds. Wow. How is that even possible?
Look, he had to have been better than Bronny.
At least Bronny's got more. 3.9 seconds.
Where is Bronny playing in G League?
I don't even know. I don't even follow him.
I've not heard his name.
No, I think he is in the G League. But Jamison Curry, remember that name? Shortest NBA career ever.
3.9 seconds.
3.9 seconds, Ron. Me and you could probably play longer in the NBA.
Oh, I know.
Sign us in, and I could run up the court for 4 seconds.
At least I can hit a free throw. Unlike some of the Boston Celtics.
Wow. Wow. All right. Let's talk some Major League Baseball. Max Scherzer returning to the Toronto Blue Jays.
Bless you.
Thank you. Can he really be a factor this year? I like this move. And I thought about it for a million different reasons. I started to look at it. He's 42.
Really?
I'm like,
a million different reasons?
a million different reasons. Because I was like, his age, right? He's too old. And then I'm like, the experience, though. And I went through it and looked at it this way. They don't need him. This is like a security blanket of, hey, we need a guy that's going on the IR for a little bit. And, can you fill in? That's what I think he is. Look, 17 games last year. He was 5-5, a 5.19 ERA. So you're like, it's not great. In the postseason,
fifth starter.
Postseason, not even. He's probably going to be a sixth starter or a guy that fills in. Their rotation: Kevin Gausman, Dylan Cease, which I forgot they signed, Trey Yasavage, who was great in the World Series,
Yep.
Jose Barrios, and then Cody Ponce. All these guys are legitimate winners. But if one of them goes down, would you not want a guy that you could say, hey, could get you a few games? In the postseason, he went 1-0, 3.77 ERA, 11 strikeouts. Like, he was able to do enough. So it's one of those
deals where they're hoping maybe he'll do better than last year and become their fifth starter. If not, then they have Ponce.
Right, they have Ponce, and if Ponce doesn't play well, you can throw Scherzer in for a little bit. If one of these guys go down for a month or so, guess what? Now you got a guy that can come in every fifth day and make a start for a month. And to me, even at 42, he's still probably better than some of these other kids that they would bring up. So I thought this was a great move.
Yeah. No, it's not bad. I mean,
right? $3 million, Ron. 1 year, $3 million. With incentives, if he pitches 65 innings or more, it could move up to almost 10 million.
Right.
So again, if he is productive and can pitch 65 innings for them, that's pretty damn good. He pitched 85 innings last year for them.
Yeah.
It's a good move.
Oh, it is.
All right. I guess we're moving on.
It's not a wow. It's like, oh my God, they got Scherzer, but it's
defending American League champions.
It's insurance. Basically, they bought an insurance policy.
That's what I'm saying, right? And most people would probably sit back and go, 42 years old, what are they doing? They don't need them. It's just nice to have. It's nice to have. All right. Crazy stat time, Ron. This is crazy. This is a crazy one. Did you know, Ron, that a player could hit one hit in all 162 games for 26 straight seasons and still fall 44 hits shy of Pete Rose? Could have a hit in every game for 26 straight seasons, and he would still be 44 hits short of Pete Rose's record. That's crazy.
Yeah, but that's not really a great hitter. It's like a 250 average.
I'm just saying, who would get one hit every game for 162 games?
Well, it's not going to happen, but if you average that, you're only a 250 hitter.
250?
That's not good.
26 seasons.
Yeah, but that's not good. You have to
today's baseball, that's pretty good. 250 is not bad.
Well, I'm just saying, somebody like a Tony Gwynn, if you give him,
how many guys,
26 seasons, he's breaking the record.
Yeah, he had more assists than strikeouts in his career. So let me ask you, who's going 26 seasons anyway? You know where that would be. So that's what I'm saying. Like, his record's safe.
Especially if you're in a Red Sox uniform.
I don't think you'll ever break that record. That might be one of the most unbreakable records.
I don't know. I think hits can fall. I don't know. I think total hits can fall.
When you put it in that perspective, all
you need is a guy like a Tony Gwynn, a Wade Boggs, an Ichiro.
And
those guys can get it done.
They couldn't do it.
Yeah, they couldn't do it because they didn't play that long. And
how long did Gwynn played for? What, 19 years probably? 18, 19 years.
I don't know if he played
Boggs
19
played,
years.
Yeah. Tony Gwynn?
Yeah,
I'm check right now. I'm looking it up right now, my friend.
Let me look that up.
Tony Gwynn played in 20 seasons. He had 20 seasons. And he finished with 3,141 hits, which is like 1,100 less than Pete Rose.
How long did Pete Rose play?
We'll check that out too, buddy.
See, this is what you got to give.
Got to give you all of it. You want all of it?
Yes.
Pete Rose played in 24.
So he played 5 more seasons.
4 more seasons.
4 more seasons, yes.
Even if Tony Gwynn did hit, he'd have to hit, 300 hits each of those 4 seasons.
Right.
And I don't think he ever did that. And Wade
What,
Boggs.
300?
I can tell you right now. Which one do you want first? Wade Boggs. He played in 18 seasons, and he finished with 3,010 hits. And Wade Boggs' most hits in his season was 240.
All right, what about Ted Williams? Imagine he didn't lose all that time being in the armed forces.
Ted Williams played in 19 seasons and finished with 2,654 hits. His best.
Imagine if he didn't miss his prime years.
His best season was 194 hits.
Oh yeah, so he wouldn't have done it. He's a power hitter, though.
Oh boy! All right. Well, I don't think anybody's breaking this record. Pete Rose hit 230 in 1973, 215 in 1976. He had a 205 season, 210 season, 209 season, couple 205 seasons, couple 210s, 208. Yeah, it was brutal. All right, Pete Rose. By the way, he's in the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame, if you don't remember. All right.
But every rose does have a thorn.
It does. I thought that was a great, crazy stat. Wow, I thought you'd be more impressed with that.
It's all right. I think it'll fall, though.
26 seasons, 1 hit every game.
You just need a great hitter to come around that stays in shape and plays.
Okay. All right. All right, Ron, it is split decision time. Before we get into our split decisions, Ron, could you tell all the wonderful folks out there about our good friends in Providence, Rhode Island?
Oh, threw me for a loop there. I thought we were doing split decision. All right, tonight's show is brought to you by the all-new 990 WBOB radio page, offering links to your favorite Providence shows, including this one, Sports Unfolded, and the Bryant Bulldog Sports Hour.
Yes, sir. Thank you, WBOB. Also, our friends in Dallas, Georgia, 99.1 WDJY FM, and our friends in Southeast Connecticut, SEC TV. Public Access Channel 12. Thank you for the support. All right, split decision time, my friend. And I am first, so here is your first split decision. Is it more likely? This is a crazy stat when I saw this. Is it more likely that Trevor Story leads the Red Sox in all 4 of these categories: batting average, hits, home runs, and RBIs again in the 2026 season, because he did it last season for the Boston Red Sox? Trevor Story led them in all 4 of those categories last year.
Well, that's bad.
Does he do it again?
No. He's got to stay healthy a second year.
He's your best hitter.
Yeah, I know. That's sad.
Trevor Story. Let me read it again. Number 1 batting average. Number 1 in hits.
What was his batting? Wait. What was his batting average?
Hold on.
You didn't write it down? I thought that would have been like a.
I had it, and then I was like, you know what? I know he's going to say no. But 263.
Oh, my God, that's bad.
25 home runs.
Best?
25 home runs, 161 hits, 96 RBIs. All led the team.
How the hell did we make the playoffs?
Huh? Look at you guys.
That's terrible.
So, number 1 guy, Trevor Story. So you're saying no?
25 home runs was
Can't
the
do
team
it.
leader.
Team leader,
Oh
25 home runs.
God.
And you didn't get any more power. So guess what?
No.
He may lead your team.
He didn't do anything.
So this could happen. This is more likely to happen again this season. Trevor Story could lead your team in all 4 major categories on the offensive side.
I hope Roman Anthony stays healthy. That's all I can say. He needs to stay healthy or we're screwed.
All right. No, Trevor Story stays healthy. You guys got a shot. He got you to the playoffs last year.
Yeah, it was him. It wasn't Garrett Crochet.
No. Your first split decision.
Who I believe was the only one to win a game in the postseason for the Red Sox.
Yes. That was a short run.
Yeah, little run. It wasn't even a run. It wasn't even long enough to be a run.
It's a jog. It was a jog. They jogged.
Oh,
they put the sneakers
went
on.
Down the sidewalk to the mailbox. That's all they did.
They put the sneakers on, looked outside, and said, "Nah, not today."
Forget about it.
Yeah, I'm good. We'll run tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I might as well stay with what you did and go baseball. What National League East team is more likely to dethrone the Philadelphia Phillies to win the East this season? New York Mets, Miami Marlins, Atlanta Braves, or Washington Nationals?
All right, so take Miami and Washington out, the 2 teams you have on the screen.
Miami came in 3rd last year.
Yeah, I think the Mets are falling apart. I think they got rid of some key guys. And I think this Juan Soto deal, listen, at the end of the day, I'm kind of glad he didn't stay in New York because I felt like the Yankees, well, he stayed in New York, but not with the Yankees. I think it's going to end up hurting this team. So I'm going Braves here. I like the Braves pitching staff. I still think they're capable. They just re-upped Chris Sale, believe it or not. So I could see them being.
You had to throw that in, right?
I did because I know you love it.
He pitched so well last year.
He did 2 years in a row. I think that's 2 more years than he pitched for the. Oh, never mind. So I'm going Atlanta here. I think the Braves, honestly, and they've got that pedigree. Like they've done it. They're always been one of those teams. So I think they had an off year.
Put a bubble around Acuna.
Yeah, they got to stay healthy. Yeah, that's probably why they didn't make it last year. They can't afford not to be healthy. But I think the Braves have some talent.
Interesting.
So I'm going Braves.
That's probably who I would have went with too.
All right. Your second split decision. Which team is more likely to have Aaron Rodgers on their roster next season? The Pittsburgh Steelers or the Minnesota Vikings? That's becoming a very hot story.
Minnesota Vikings.
I think so. I think this could happen.
I think he got hit too much in Pittsburgh.
He's almost following the same path of the Brett Favre.
Yeah, he's trying to outdo him, but it's not working.
Yeah, so he's got to go to Minnesota.
They're both a piece of work.
Yes,
just say
Favre's much worse.
The
much
other
worse now.
item that it normally is associated with.
Yeah, a piece of something. My grandson does it in his diaper. We got it.
Yes. It's
so
also what Adam Sandler's car is.
Yeah. I will say this. I think this Minnesota Vikings thing is heating up to a point where they're going to make a push for it.
They have so much egg on their face from
Sam Darnold. Yeah, it killed him. And you can't go back in there with JJ McCarthy again and expect the same result. Like you can't. They fired their GM. They're like, terrible. Listen. So yeah, this is picking up steam. So we'll keep our ear out for that one.
Even Minnesota, the games that he was winning, Eric, he looked awful in there.
He's hard. He's done. He's washed. You ask me, he's washed up. But everybody thinks they could get that one last push with him, and I don't think he really cares. But it would look nice him throwing a Justin Jefferson. That would be pretty sweet. I would like to see that for all of the 3 games he probably plays before he pops something else. All right. Your second split decision.
All right.
We
were right in tune.
Okay.
What team is more likely to sign
Malik Willis.
Malik Willis.
What you talking about, Willis? Episode 9, Season 6.
New York Jets,
Mhm.
Las Vegas Raiders, Pittsburgh Steelers, or the Arizona Cardinals?
Oof.
3 of those teams had a very similar quarterback.
So give me the 4 teams again.
New York Jets,
Okay.
Las Vegas Raiders,
Yeah, I think they're out. I agree with Manny. They're going to go Mendoza.
Pittsburgh Steelers,
No Aaron Rodgers, the possibility.
or Arizona Cardinals.
So can I be cheesy? And I'm going to say none of those. And I think the Dolphins have the best shot because they picked up the coach from Green Bay. But if those are my 4 options, I think Arizona's out too. I don't think he'd want to go there. The Jets, yeah, I think he saw what the Jets are. I don't think he'd want to go
They
there.
are who we thought they were.
I think Pittsburgh makes the most sense if Aaron Rodgers doesn't stay. So Pittsburgh to me would probably be, because they always do the same thing. Pittsburgh, they get these quarterbacks that we think, okay, Kenny Pickett, oh, he's the next savior. You know what I mean?
He's not going back there.
So I would go Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I think
If he goes to the Jets.
I mean, I lean Miami, but I wanted to see what your feelings were with the other 4 teams.
He goes to the Jets. Everything I'm saying about why I think he's overrated will come true. Because he's going to stink in New York. Everybody does.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't want to see him go there. If they think he's a talent, at least put him somewhere where maybe, you know what I mean? He's still got DK Metcalf in Pittsburgh.
Well, coaching makes it. Oh, wait, no, they don't have him anymore.
All right, let's move on to some NHL talk. This was a big injury for the Penguins. This is the second injury in the Ratanen's out also for the Stars after the Olympics. So, this may start to have some things creep up about NHL players playing. But Sidney Crosby is going to miss at least 4 weeks with a lower body injury. Does this take Pittsburgh out of the running for the postseason? Currently 5th in the East, but they're only a point ahead of the Islanders in the Metropolitan. There's 25 games left, and they have the hardest remaining schedule of 5.96 win percentage of the teams they got to face. Almost 60% win percentage.
They're not going to make it.
3 against the Canes, 2 against the Avs, Lightning, Stars, and Red Wings are all in that mix. This was a major injury for them.
Oh, yeah. It basically sealed their fate. And I would find it hard to believe that they're not going to be sellers. And we only have a week to find out. Next Thursday is the deadline.
Yeah.
And we went through all those players that I felt could move. And there's quite a few of them that on Pittsburgh I didn't take into account because they were doing so well. If they still had Sidney Crosby, they probably wouldn't sell, but they might have to now. They might have to.
Yeah, listen, he leads the team in points. He leads the team in goals. It's not pretty. And Malkin is the second on the team. He's got 46 points. That's 13 points less than Sidney Crosby. Sidney Crosby's their guy.
Malkin's also a free agent.
So, again, I think to your point, they start to move 56 games, 27 goals, 32 assists. He's had 4 game-winning shots on 132 shots. What happened to Bing Crosby? Bing Crosby singing in the rain right now. Lower body injury, got hurt in the Olympics, James. Sidney Crosby.
Well, he's got plenty of time to dream of a white Christmas, that's for sure.
So this is a big one. And then that Rantanen one for the Stars. I don't know how serious that is, but if he's out,
I don't know. I mean, they still have some horses on that team that they can still go.
Yeah,
but
that's a big piece to lose too.
It is a big piece, and if you enter the playoffs, they'll make the playoffs. I don't think they're in trouble of falling out of the playoffs, but Pittsburgh certainly is. You know, that is not they were a point ahead of the Bruins going into yesterday. And the Bruins won, and then so did the Islanders.
Yeah.
So they're in trouble. They're
Yeah.
reeling,
Yeah, I
and
think
I don't think they're going to hold on. They're not
No.
holding on to that spot.
All right, Ron. Crazy stat time.
Oh, I love it. Love it.
Former Penguin, Mario Lemieux.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about Yager.
No, Mario
He's
Lemieux.
retiring.
1988, scored 5 goals in a game against the Devils. You're like, that's not a big deal. It's happened. Did you know he scored 5 different ways?
How is that not a big deal? Yes, I did know. He scored every way possible.
So against that game against the Devils, he scored even strength, power play, shorthanded, penalty shot, and an empty net, all in that one game. Only player to do that on 5 gold nights.
Did you know that it was 5 different ways off of his stick?
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
He batted one.
And the ice is...
He lacrossed one.
I can't with you right now. Use the butt of the stick. He didn't even just...
Pool cue.
You know what I mean? Like, but I'm just saying, think about it. 5 different ways he scored a goal.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Look, I just saw yesterday somebody was saying, oh, you can't count Wayne Gretzky. Who's the best player ever to play? Well, that one is there's only 2 players that you can think of then for that. And I would either put Mario or Bobby Orr as the number 2 guy.
It's hard to come up with something for the NHL because Wayne Gretzky just dominated so many different stats.
And that's why I don't understand why Wayne Gretzky isn't one of the best, best athletes. Because, you look at some of the numbers in all these sports, they're close with someone. There's no one close to Gretzky in anything.
Like, it's not even.
More,
you take away his goals. Yeah, and just the assist.
If he didn't score any goals, he'd still have the most points in the league.
Yeah, it's just insane. It's just insane. So, yeah, it's kind of tough with him.
He's got to be on that Mount Rushmore of sports. Has to be.
Agreed. All right, my friend, it is pick and roll time.
It's time for pick and roll.
Our pick and roll segment tonight. We're on episode 9 of season 6. These players were all drafted in the NBA at number 9. And they are Amare Stoudemire, Andre Iguodala, Joakim Noah, DeMar DeRozan, Gordon Hayward, and Kemba Walker. We're going to rank them from 6 to 1. I am first.
Joakim?
Yeah.
It's not Joakim or
no, Joakim.
Joakim.
We're going to rank them from 6 to 1. I am first, so I'll start us off at number 6. And this injury still devastates me to this day because I really think that team won. Gordon Hayward.
That was brutal. That was his first game.
First game, like first pass, breaks his foot.
It was right at the beginning of the game.
It was the first play of the game for Boston. So he was never the same after that, but he averaged 15.2 points, 4.4 rebounds, 3.5 assists, but only a one-time All-Star. That's his only accolade.
Still take him on the team, though.
He was good, but he's 6th overall on this list for me. At number 5. You know
what the problem is, Eric?
What's the problem?
He's not another. An other. He's not an other. Kenny would know.
Okay.
Ask Kenny what an other is.
All right. Well, all right. Joakim Noah at number 5 for me. I didn't like his offensive production. So 8.8 points, 9 rebounds, which sounds okay. It's good. It's not a double-double, though. 2.8 assists, 2-time All-Star, 1 All-NBA, 3 All-Defensive, and a Defensive Player of the Year. I just didn't like his points per game. So that kept me from putting him a little higher.
Oh, yeah.
At number 4, I thought this man might have been higher, but again, same thing. The second lowest in points, Andre Iguodala, 11.3 points, 4.9 rebounds, 4.2 assists. Only a one-time All-Star. Did make the All-Rookie team, 2-time All-Defensive, 4-time champion, but I don't think he was a big part of that. There was some guy named Curry that he played with, was pretty good.
And Draymond.
and Kevin Durant and those guys and
Clay.
Draymond, Clay. They were pretty good. He did once have the Finals MVP though, so put him at 4 for me. At 3, I had Kemba Walker. 19.3 points, 3.8 rebounds, 5.3 assists, 4-time All-Star, 1 All-NBA, and a 2-time Sportsmanship of the Year award. So he's a good guy. So Kemba, you moved into the top 3 because of that.
Good guy.
Good job. He's a good guy. He's a good guy.
We don't know that. We just know he was a good sport.
So there you go. I'm taking it. There's not a lot of those in the world anymore. At number 2, I went DeMar DeRozan. 21.2 points per game, which was the highest on the list. 4.3 rebounds, 4.1 assists, a 6-time All-Star, 3-time All-NBA, which is really good. But at number 1, Amare Stoudemire, 18.9 points, 7.8 rebounds, 1.2 assists. Same amount of All-Stars, 6, but a 5-time All-NBA. So that put him ahead for me. And he won a Rookie of the Year. So Amare Stoudemire at number 1 for me. Applause.
You got it right, Eric. I was so hoping that you had DeMar ahead.
The 5 All-Stars.
So
5 All-NBAs. 5 All-NBAs.
You know, and Amari also did win the Rookie of the Year as well.
I put him in that Rookie of the Year.
And yes, and that is, you know, none of the players except for Iguodala won the championship. But when you're 5th or 6th on the depth chart for a championship, I'm sorry, you're not the guy. You're not the guy. And that was the case with him. So I really didn't take those in consideration pretty much at all. Well, it was involved in the consideration with Noah, because I was thinking of putting Joachim. I was considering putting the Arc ahead of Iguodala, but those championships played a part in that. That's about all it played a part in.
Dollar make you holla.
Yes, exactly. Just like that. Wow.
Just like that.
Just like that. You know, they're all pretty solid players. But there's really only 2 guys on this list that I would want to maybe build around.
I will say that, no, Kemba Walker, though, when he was healthy,
good player,
was nasty, man. At UConn, and then player. When he first came out, but yeah, he
definitely above average, right? He's above average player. He'd be a good number 2 guy.
Another former Celtic that didn't work here in Boston. They really tried, man. They got some guys that were like,
no, he'd be a good number 2 guy. You know? He could be my Scotty.
Okay. I don't know. DeMar DeRozan, I mean, I feel like he's been playing for 75 years now.
He might have been.
He's still playing. He's with the Kings.
And that's what I was thinking. Like,
stink.
To me, it was really close with him and Stoudemire, because Stoudemire didn't win a championship. And then I thought, well, DeMar DeRozan can still win a championship. So I was starting to consider him. And then I realized, oh, he's in Sacramento. He's not winning anything.
No.
So.
And I will say, Stoudemire, we talk about Stoudemire benefited so much from Nash. Because Nash and him were just such a good combination.
Right.
So it helped. It did help. Good list, though. Again, good players. Solid.
Good list.
Not bad. Think about it. Number nine overall. You tell me none of these guys, like, honestly, if your team picked any of these 6 guys, you wouldn't be upset with their career. You'd be like, you know what? They had a pretty good career.
No. So even if they went number 1, you'd be okay with that.
Yeah. Yeah, right? They weren't bad players. All right, Ron. Before we get into our predictions, you want to bring up the Hall of Fame nominees. We're struggling here, by the way. John Madden and Ray Lewis, congratulations in your induction last month. But we are down to the nitty gritty here. We got another week for you to cast your votes for the next member of the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. We're going to bring up that QR code right now, and we need you to scan this code right now. We're going to give you a minute here. And Ron, we only have 3 votes on this right now.
Wait, what?
Yes. 3 votes. And
how?
Marcel Dion is the only one right now with 2 of the 3.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I just checked it today. So scan this code and help us get one of these guys inducted. We want to make sure they get in because their fans voted for them. And right now I feel like it's tainted because it's not really a vote. We haven't 3 votes. So get on there right now. Scan this QR code. We're going to give you a second here because once you vote, then we'll put up the second QR code. Look at this guy going on there right now to do it. And he's going to read off the names because he's really good at that once he's done.
Yeah. Oh, got to do it the other way. I was like taking a selfie here.
Whatever you do not pick mine because then it's just a tie again.
All right. We're going to go vote. The question is, who do I want to vote for?
Yeah. Narcel. Wow. Narcel's leading.
Yeah. Narcel's brother is better.
Yes, he was a little better. So,
all right, I'm going to show some love to this guy, who I love. This guy as a player. So,
all right. So those players that you can vote for right now, Ron, scanning this QR code are
Mark Messier, Brian Trottier, Dale Howardchuk, Marcel Dion, and Peter Stastny.
So cast your vote. Help one of these guys get into the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. We got one more week.
All great centers from the 80s.
One more week, and this will be it. So here's your last chance. We'll post it again, some of the other sites, but you also have your chance now. Hopefully you've already done that for the NHL. You're going to do it right now for these Olympic athletes. Ron, they are
Irene Woost, Ariana Fontana, who just skated her last time in the Olympics for the Italians.
Still active too? Good. Okay.
Yeah, not anymore. She's retired now.
All right.
Natalie Geisenberger.
I can't put Bill Belichick in, but you get Natalie Geisenberger.
You know, look, I mean, if you're a little hungry when you do this, you're probably going to vote for her.
You're going to need a burger. Everybody could use a good burger.
Yes. And Lydia Skoblikova and Bonnie Blair.
And I think this one's tied between Woost and Blair, if I'm not mistaken. Actually,
really, Woost is making a comeback.
I can check that right now. Hold on. Let's all right.
So is it Woost but not least?
Let's see. Let's see here.
Woost, there it is. Woost, there
we
only
have 2 responses on this one.
How do we only have this?
And I apologize. It's Ariana Fontana.
Fontana.
I got a little accent thing going. I'm trying it. See if it works. And Bonnie Blair. So there's 2 votes.
Oh, this is pitiful. Come
so
on.
People
what is
get
wrong
on
with
there.
you people out there?
Cast your vote right now.
This is going to be the worst voting cycle we've ever had.
Ever. So, James, if you're on there right now, Manny, scan the code. Vote. Let's get somebody on there. This thing updates instantly too. So I already saw who you voted for.
Do I go with the American or do I go with the person that deserves it? Well, they all deserve it.
There you go.
They're all great.
So you need to make a choice. I wonder if it updates as you do it. Let me see. Let me know when you put your vote in.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Bonnie. Complete. I voted.
All right.
I'm just so mad right now. So you got to share the link with me, and then I'm going to share it. You know, so because that pisses me off, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it should be much more. So again, we take a lot of pride in this. If you check out the website, when you scan this, it'll bring you. You can check out the Hall of Fame. We take a lot of time, and this is important, right? These are the fans get to
It
vote.
is important.
That's why I say guys like Pete Rose are in our Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame, not because we chose them, but we have some writers choose
Definitely
them.
wasn't me.
The fans voted them in because you
I
would
know.
need Ron, because you would need 162 hits for 26 straight seasons to be better than Pete Rose. No, wait, and still fall short, which means you'd have to play a 27 season to beat Pete Rose's hit record.
No, I'd have to get 164 hits.
Each, yeah, well, you could do that. There you go,
Just
buddy.
get 2 more hits every year
Yeah, there you go, buddy.
for 26 years.
In every game that you
Every
play
game.
in, every game.
Not 2 more every game. Just
No, you got to get
2
two. Yeah, you'd have to have a
more
2-hit
per
game.
year.
Yeah, which means you got to go like
No days off.
no days off. There you go, buddy. Bill Belichick should be in the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame.
No days
All right, so hopefully you've casted your votes.
This is disappointing.
This was
I'm
the worst
really
one we've
upset.
had.
Look,
That's the worst
all
one
of
we've
you
had.
guys right now, you guys better be doing it. All of you. James,
Oh.
let's go. Manny, go vote. Jake. Hugo.
Everybody, get on there.
Danny.
All right,
Vote.
all right. Ron, it is prediction time.
Or you lose, sir.
Let's let us. I'm voting after the show. Vote now.
No, right now. It's up. Vote. Right now, James. Let's
He'll
go.
go
Vote.
back. All right, let's go into our predictions. James, make sure you're there. Manny, hopefully you're still on. It was a rough week again. We are struggling this year. I know you're still above water here.
I'm at 54%, so I'm okay.
Ah, boy, you dropped 3% after this week. So last week 4-6 for us. Hugo went 5-5. Let's get
and
some
wins the week.
and wins the week. Moved up to 33%. My man, James 2-6. James, you're gonna need
James, you need to do.
you
this.
need to start to let's get in this, James, and see what you can do. All right.
Your 25 percentile.
All right. We are starting off with the NBA. Put the wrong date.
26%.
Tonight. Right?
Yes, tonight is the game.
I put yesterday's date. All right. So tonight you got the Denver Nuggets at the Oklahoma City Thunder. My man's back, SGA. I think at home I'm gonna go OKC here. So I'm going OKC, SGA to come back and spark this team. And they're very good at home. They've only had their
I
single
know,
digits at home. So.
I know, but I don't like going up against the Joker. This is a tough decision I have to make here.
So when you have
Because
your eggs, do you like yolks?
when I went against them, wait a minute. When was the Celtics Denver game? Was that 2 nights ago?
Yeah. And
Okay.
they blew out Boston.
Yeah, I
James
picked Boston thinking, okay, they're playing terrible. Yeah, guess what? I went against Joker. So,
Manny, if you're on, pick.
man, I don't know. I don't know because I don't want to pick against SGA either. But all right, I'm gonna go. I'm going OKC.
All right. Okay. See, James went Denver. All right.
See, James has the guts to do it.
All right. March 1st. Believe it or not, March. We're in March.
Shush.
What is this? Yeah.
Shush. That means I gotta
I
pay
can't-
rent again.
Oh, my
The
goodness.
studio is not cheap.
Yeah. All that high-tech equipment you got in there.
That's why you got to go to the website, Rhode-IslandBroadcasting.net. Go on there and go to the Sports Unfolded page and donate. So that way the studio is always here.
Yeah.
Donate.
Get some upgrades.
Support the shows.
Upgrades. All right. March 1st, Ron, your first game here for the NBA. San Antonio Spurs at the New York Knicks.
I'm going San Antonio. I'm not going against San Antonio. No way.
I
The
agree with you,
Knicks
man.
aren't as good.
I agree
Just
with
flat
you.
out aren't as good.
I think Wemby is coming into his own. This kid is legitimately becoming the best player in the NBA. And the things he can do at his height are ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't know. Was there something funny that James went with the Spurs?
Depends.
Wemby, the best player in the NBA. You don't think he's the best player in the NBA? He's ascending to that. I didn't say he was. He's ascending to that. Okay, James went Spurs.
He's in the conversation of it.
You still got love for LeBron. I apologize, Ron. I should have.
Get the hell out of here.
All right. On the 3rd, March 3rd, this is another good game. The Detroit Pistons at the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Detroit.
It's my
you're
pick,
first.
but it's all right. I'm going Detroit as well. I think the Cavs, with those injuries, Detroit they're fighting for the best record in the league. That's crazy to think about, man. The Pistons.
Yeah. Last week they were at that point.
Yeah,
they were the best team in the league.
What a weird season this is.
But then SGA
James going Cap. Likes the home team.
Well, yeah, they are at home.
All right.
All
right. Let's go some NHL action.
Nine finger Harden is going to have something to say about it.
It's a thumb, though. It's not really a finger.
Well, 5. All right, 9-digit. 9-digit Harden.
All right, NHL on the 28th, tomorrow night. You got the Washington Capitals at the Montreal Canadiens. Ron, who are you taking?
I'm going to take Montreal. I actually think that they're the better team. I'm not. I think Washington has faded badly. And I think Washington wins this game. I mean, Montreal wins this game easily. Yeah,
Montreal very good at home, and Caps not so good on the road. Canadians playing some really good hockey this year. They have been consistent throughout. So I went Canadians as well. Yeah. I can't believe you went Canadians. That's like, and you didn't even struggle to do it. James put the leaf up. Canadians. All right. On the 3rd, Ron, we've got the Tampa Bay Lightning at the Minnesota Wild. Believe it or not, and I heard this PK Subban was saying to watch this team. The Wild are gonna pass the Avs by the end of the season, and they already beat them last night. I'm going Wild here. I think they're the team to beat, even though Tampa Bay's got the best record in the Eastern Conference. I think the Wild are going to really make a move.
Yeah, there's a little question on how healthy Hedman is, and the addition to Quinn Hughes to Minnesota he's the best defenseman in the league.
Yeah, you got the best defenseman.
I don't even think that's a question.
And Boldy's the top goal scorer right now in the league.
Like. People say, "Oh, it's Makar that's the best defenseman." No, I don't believe so. I think it's Quinn Hughes. Makar might get more points, and he's more than capable of driving my car. More than capable. But
you're trying too hard now.
Hughes is the better all-around defenseman.
Yeah. So
I'm going Minnesota as well.
All right.
At home.
Pick that Lightning at Wild.
Tampa Bay at Minnesota, folks. They all fell asleep.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe James is voting right now. That's what we're going with. All right. On the 3rd as well, you got the Pittsburgh Penguins at the Boston Bruins.
Boston. It's not close for me. That's that one. Look, with Sidney Crosby there'd be a question on whether the Bruins can win a face-off. But
James went Tampa.
I just think that with Crosby out, I don't think they have a chance. They don't have anybody as that leader on that team that can go out there and win a faceoff that you need, or put some pressure on the defense like Sidney Crosby can with his playmaking ability. Yeah, they still have Malkin, but Malkin's starting to look his age.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I agree with you. I went Boston here. I think these are some of the games they have to win because they're going to have some tough competition down the road. These are games they should win now if they're going to stay in the playoff hunt. So,
have we picked all the same teams?
We have. Big college matchup tomorrow. The number 11 Virginia Cavaliers at number 1 Duke Blue Devils. You asked when Duke was last number 1. Here you go, my friend.
Yeah. So that was one of the things that I got right last week, wasn't it?
Yes. We flipped the two we had different. We split.
Yeah.
So I'm going Duke here. I think Duke at home.
Yeah, I am as well. There's no way I'm going against Duke at home against Virginia. So both Cavaliers teams will lose this week.
Oh, look at you. Huh? All right. James, you got a pick there. Virginia at Duke tomorrow afternoon.
Duke of Earl. Duke of Earl. That's all I can sing. I cannot sing any more of it because then we'll get blasted by.
Just let's not get. Please don't. All right. With that, we got some NASCAR on the first Duramax Texas Grand Prix in Austin, Texas. We need a top 5 driver, Ron. I am going with a hot hand.
Wait. Am I first or you? I'm first.
Are you now?
Yeah, you picked Duke first.
Okay, you're right. Go ahead.
All right. Eric, this is a road race. So all the other stuff goes out the window. I don't care who is normally in there for NASCAR. I'm telling you, there are 2 guys that have a shot at winning this race, and the winner will be Shane Van Gisbergen.
You're doing him again.
It's a road race. He's absolutely winning this one.
All right. Worked for you. Hugo finally joined. All right. Shane Van
Gisbergen.
Okay, I'll just try to figure that out. All right.
Gisbergen.
James is going Martin Truex Jr. I am going an absolute crazy here. Going for the trifecta, 3 straight wins. Tyler Reddick. The man is hot. He's hot. He's hot right now. So we'll see.
This is a road race.
I don't care what it is. It's gonna be Tyler Reddick. So Michael Jordan
one of those like F1 guys.
So whatever the X1 Sport or whatever the hell his team name is. Message me the list after.
I just think you're making you're missing out.
Can you
an easy?
Would you be able to message
points.
Hugo after the list, please?
Message me the list after,
so he could get his picks in and let me know.
Okay.
All right. And we would get Hugo back on the list because he needs to make some moves here. Juan Pablo
So Hugo,
Montoya.
you did win.
You can't wait a minute, James. You put 2 names down. Pick one. Now he's going Juan Pablo Montoya.
Because now he just realized what I said. So he wants to go.
So am I going Juan Pablo?
So he's not going
James.
Martin Truex. He's going Juan Pablo Montoya, which is a great
Juan
pick.
Pablo. Okay. Got it. All right. Done. James. All right, Ron, it is final thoughts time. And our final thoughts don't necessarily have to be about anything. No, Juan Pablo doesn't race anymore. Damn it. Martin Truex.
So it's Truex.
I can't. I don't know who. I'm not a big racing guy, if you haven't told. He retired. Good for him. I'm about to retire from NASCAR here.
NASCAR is fun to pick.
All right.
I'm gonna get my first win of the season
All
right
right,
here.
so I want to make sure your phone is nowhere near you, Ron, with my first final thought, because I have two. Your
Why
phone,
does my
make sure,
phone not need to be
because I
near me?
feel like you're going to book tickets as soon as I tell you this.
Oh
All right.
boy.
But I'm a little upset with the NBA. On March 16th, the Atlanta Hawks are planning a Magic City tribute night. If you don't know what Magic City is, it is a famed strip club in Atlanta. They are going to celebrate the strip club on the 16th. I see he's reaching for his phone now. He's already booking tickets, people. So it's going to feature their famous lemon pepper wings. They're going to have music, hip hop music.
Is that what they're famous for?
T.I. is going to perform at halftime.
Yeah.
And they're going to sell merchandise. I'm sure that says Magic City on it.
I heard that he was changing his name to TNA.
It might be IT after this one. But I will say this. I think this is the wrong image for the NBA. Again, these are kids. I get that there's some kind of, thing with this strip club, and Lou Williams, who's a former basketball player. They named their wings after him because he was in there so much when he played for the Hawks. I don't think they're thinking this through. I know Atlanta wants to try to sell some tickets, but what do you bring up? What do you like? I'm at a loss with this one. We talked about what baseball is doing with Bobby Valentine night and Nolan Ryan. I'm like, those are kind of cute. They're good for the kids. It's kind of why a strip joint is being recognized by an NBA franchise, regardless of what city it is and how important it was to the Atlanta. Like, I just don't feel like it was right. March 16th is when this happens. I'm hoping the NBA really steps in here and says, look, I don't think this is the right image for our league, because I think it's wrong. That's just my opinion. And I'm not against strip clubs. I don't go to them personally, but I'm just saying to be recognized on a national stage like this makes no sense to me. And my second final thought, I just wanted to give some kudos to the U.S. men's hockey team. I loved at the end of the game when they were celebrating the gold medal and they had Johnny Gaudreau's jersey, a sweater, right? And they brought that sweater out. He would have made the team. And he was, just the tragedy of how him and his brother had passed away. But then they brought the kids out for the team photo. And that really touched me because those kids now will always have that memory of their dad. And they can put that on their wall or wherever they're going to write, because that's something that honestly they would have never had seen. So I just wanted to give kudos to the men's hockey team for the way they were able to include his family. They kept showing him in the crowd, the dad, his wife, and just the emotions they had at the end when they won it. I thought they did a great job with that. And the fact that that team thought of him, understanding that he would have been on the U.S. hockey team if he hadn't been struck down so tragically. So those are my final thoughts.
Yeah, that would have been my final thought. Thank you so much for blowing that one up. I do second those thoughts. I thought it was one of the better moments I've seen in sports for a long time. Just the thought of doing something like that is incredible, but actually going through and following through on all of that and bringing those kids out and being part of history is quite amazing, and it speaks volumes for those players. However, I do not like what happened when they got a call from some certain Donald and basically laughed at that basic insult that he threw out there about the women. And I'm not agreeing with them not sticking by those players. I know somebody and I can't remember who the player was, decided not to go for that reason. And I give him kudos. I don't like that they all laughed at it. And I know that they spend a lot of time with those players, in the Olympic Village. So they worked out together and the whole bit. And they don't think of the women, any negative thought about them. But laughing at the joke kind of was a bad look. And then showing up when you could have stood by your fellow, gold hockey team, could have stood by them, but they chose not to. Although I did watch that and I did see them come out, and some of them didn't look thrilled that they were there, but they still showed up. You should have had a little more of a spine and believe what you believe and just not attend. But I didn't like that they all laughed at the mockery of the women's team. And frankly, the women's team has been the backbone of the Winter Olympics for a long time. And I just don't think that they got the accolades that they deserve.
Yeah, the credit and the accomplishments that they had. Well said, Ron. I agree. I thought it was just again another. We could go down this road, but it's just another disappointment.
Don't need to go down the road.
Yeah,
we know what that road.
Yeah, another disappointment because again, what they were able to accomplish and the fact that both teams won the gold, it was a real good opportunity to really acknowledge both of their feats. But
yes, absolutely.
Somehow we've got to turn it into something else. So yeah, a great point. Great point. They should have, because again, if it was shoes on the opposite foot, I think they would have definitely felt the same way that the females did. And I'm glad they declined the invite afterwards.
I am too.
I feel like that was the right thing to do.
And Hillary Knight came out after the comment. After the phone call, she came out and addressed it.
We have more important things to do, which is pretty cool to say. So great job. Well said, Ron. I want to thank those that joined us live. Hugo, James, Manny, thank you guys for joining us tonight. We appreciate it. If you join us afterwards, please like, share, follow our show. Check out our websites. Check out all of the great things that Rhode Island Broadcasting is doing. So many different things that are going on. But I will say this. It's been a pleasure tonight, Ron. I want to thank you. Season 6 of episode 9. What you talking about, Willis? Will go down in history. That was a great title. Great job by you. And listen, at some point, someday, we're going to get peace on earth, Ron.
Someday. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you next week.